You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Married to Jonas After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Married to Jonas After Show.
Hello, everyone. Bing is we're doing a very special after show for Married to Jonas right here on AfterBuzz TV. I'm Cathy Kelley, and today we are joined by a very special guest who's calling in today, one of the Deleasa sisters herself, Dina. Dina, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. So we're like a few episodes into the first season of the show, and what's it like to watch yourself and your family on national television?
It's something you can't like put describing words on almost. I mean, it's almost like not real. It's almost like you're watching home movies and you don't realize that everyone else is watching them as well.
Yeah.
I guess we just don't see ourselves in that light, so it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Are you getting recognized now on the streets?
Honestly, I've been around at like Target, the grocery store, and I've been pretty good. I haven't had that moment yet where someone's like, come running out of their car or running down the aisle screaming my name or anything like that.
No stalkers yet?
I do have friends, though, which is really cool.
Oh, that's awesome. So when Kevin and Danny were first approached to do the show, what was your initial reaction to it?
I think we were all excited for them, but at the same time, of course, we were a little hesitant. We all had concerns because, we really have a normal, everyday family life, and we love it. And, we just wanted to make sure that everything would be okay in the sense of our family life wouldn't change too much. It's something that we could all handle. You're opening up your life to the whole world to comment and have an opinion on, and, you're definitely aware of that. So, of course, that makes you a little bit nervous up front. But we thought if we can put something positive out there and it can encourage a couple of people, then I guess we'll go for it.
Yeah, and it seems like you've gotten a really positive response thus far.
We really have. I mean, we've been really lucky. People have been very open to us, have a lot of, nice feedback for us, a lot of encouragement, and we really appreciate it because we know it could have gone both ways.
Yeah.
So we're really excited and happy.
And you guys seem really grounded for reality stars.
We keep getting that, and I think that's like one of the biggest compliments we can get because, maybe contrary to what some people may believe, it's not something we had on our radar, had set out to do. It wasn't like, we were trying to find some way to get out there and get in the spotlight. It was totally the opposite, and actually Danielle was totally the opposite way, but, we knew that Kevin was excited and the rest of the family was, so we just wanted to be supportive in that.
Yeah, we always see her on the show, like, shying away from the cameras, so it's funny to see her in the spotlight now.
Yeah, and she totally is like that, and she's still like that. I mean, I don't know that she'll ever become comfortable with that kind of, like, side of her life, like the celebrity side of life, but I think that's really great. I mean, we all just see ourselves as everyday people still. I still go to school and go to work.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of just do our business as usual and take each day as it comes.
Yeah. So what's it like having the Jonas Brothers as in-laws for you then?
It's fun. It's always been fun. I always say, like, they would come from, like, Madison Square Garden or PNC, wherever they were doing their big, huge show, and then their tour bus would pull up to our house, and they would unload into the basement, and we would, as corny as it sounds, like, you know, eat pizza, watch TV, play games. Like, we were kind of like their sense of normalcy in a way. And we kind of knew them on that level because we got to know them right before they became what they are now. And so I think that made a difference as well.
That was all the way back in 2007, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We met them, like, while they were on the Disney Channel, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
That's how Katie noticed them.
Well, cool. Oh, yeah, so I wanted to ask you, what was the actual story behind meeting, like Kevin and Danielle meeting? Because I've heard a bunch of different rumors.
We were on a family vacation to the Bahamas. We would go every year with a big group of our family friends. And I think what it was the brothers were walking through the hotel, like whether it was like the casino part or whatnot. And Danielle, Katie, and Katie's friend Emily were walking through as well. And then Katie, since she was younger at the time, and she noticed them from seeing them on the Disney Channel and in the teen magazines.
Yeah.
And she was the one who stopped and wanted to have a picture with them. And I think that's when they first saw each other. And then the next day, we were all just, you know, sitting by the pool, sitting by the beach, hanging out, and the three of them were walking together, Joe, Nick, and Kevin, were walking down the beach, and Kevin called out Danielle's name. And so he wanted to hang out together. And so we went by the pool, and Danielle all of a sudden ditches him, goes with one of our other friends down one of the slides, and I'm like standing there with the three of them. And they look over at me, and they're like, so, how old are you? And I'm like, too old for you, let me tell you. No, but I had a feeling about Kevin, and I stuck with him and brought him back to Danielle on the beach. And then after that, they hung out the whole time, and Kevin went with us everywhere until it was his time to leave. I mean, he wanted to blend right in. Yeah. He was like, wanted to be one of us, like, immediately. And then I gave him her number on one of my business cards. And I was like, don't worry. He's not going to call, whatever. And then as soon as we landed, there was a couple messages from him, and he didn't stop calling ever since. So they had a good friendship going on at the beginning.
Yeah, so it seems like... it seems like you had a big part in that whole Cinderella story that everyone's calling it now.
Definitely. I mean, that was part of my speech at the wedding, that this is all my fault. Although Joe likes to say it's his fault, he definitely has the wrong idea. Joe might have hit on Danielle first, but I'm the reason why they got together, Kevin and Danielle.
That's awesome.
I will take credit.
So America's fallen in love with you and your sisters. And I know Danielle always seems so adorable and put together, but do you have any embarrassing stories about her from when you guys were little?
Oh my gosh, embarrassing stories. I'm sure there's like a ton for all of us. Let me think. I'm trying to think of something like specific. I don't know if she considers this embarrassing, but she definitely, when she was little, she was a little bit of a biter. Yeah. I'd be sitting there like watching TV, and she just, I don't know what it was. She said I was just so obnoxious to her that that's just how she showed it. But really, there were times where I wasn't doing anything. I was just sitting there watching, like, you know, Nickelodeon, and she would just come up, crawl up behind, and just bam, she'd bite you.
She doesn't do that anymore, though.
I don't think this is embarrassing, but she did ice skating for a little bit, and she was pretty good at it.
Really?
So, yes. She did. She had a little spin. She had a little obsession with, like, the ice capades. Like, they have the Disney on ice kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
We would go to them a lot when we were younger, so I think she wanted to be one of those Disney princesses on ice.
I think every little girl wants to be a figure skater at some point in their life.
Yeah, and she really went for it. I never did that because I knew I could never stand on ice skates, but... You made it work.
Yeah. So I asked for a lot of fan questions, and we got like a huge response. A lot of them wanted to know where they can get your family recipes at.
I'm sorry, what was that? Where did I meet?
Oh, no, where they can get the Deleasa's recipes. Like, I know you guys have lasagna and like all these like killer recipes that we see on the show all the time.
Yeah, I mean, we cook a lot. I mean, that's like not only an every Sunday thing, but even me, like I cook at least like 4 nights out of the week. I love it. You know, Danielle loves it. You know, we got it from our mom and our grandma. As far as recipes, we haven't really put anything like serious together. They're just kind of like family recipes that we know. So if anybody wants anything like specific, we would definitely give it out. I guess that's something we'll have to think about doing.
Yeah,
share that with everyone.
I know a lot of
fans
fans
that
of
you
yours.
have a cooking blog as well,
Oh
right?
yeah, I do. Maybe you can guest blog on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we'd love your recipe on there. But so one of the other questions that we had is, I know there's been a lot of baby talk on the show, and just between like Kevin and Danielle, have you and Brian had those kind of similar discussions?
We've always talked about that and been upfront about that with each other, because I think even Kevin and Danielle's case, it's the most important to make sure that the two of you are on the same page, and the two of you are, if you can, plan and be ready and be as ready as you can be. I mean, it's hard to say when the right time for a baby is. I mean, everyone always tells us, you know, there's never a right time. It just kind of works out. But we definitely have discussed kids, and it's definitely a part of our future. We've always had more of the course where there's less of a rush. We both have a lot of great things going on career-wise. I have 1 more year left of school, so we're looking to finish that up and just traveling with each other, enjoying each other. And then I think in the next like 2 years or so, if we're able to plan, then you would see us start going for the kids.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like 2.
Little
Hoping for 2.
little
That seems to be
Deleasa
manageable.
grandchildren.
I have 2 hands, 2 kids.
That's a good number. So
yeah.
one of the other questions that I had is, Kevin and Danielle always like talk about how they make decisions together. Was there any discussion between you and Brian about being on the show or appearing on the show?
Oh, totally. I mean, I think he was one of my biggest concerns, because with Kevin and Danielle, you know, Danielle got married and she knew who she was marrying and vice versa, and they knew that there were going to be some challenges coming down the pike for them because of, you know, his status and his lifestyle. It's just, you know, that's just the way it goes. But with me, I felt like, you know, Brian got married to a person in school trying to be a school counselor, not someone on a reality TV show. And I just kept saying to him, you know, bringing up different scenarios, you know, this could change, that could change. What about your work? I was concerned about his career. You know, he's actually a producer, so he really understands what's going on in this world, which is really helpful. And he's always been really supportive of me, and he just said to me, you know, whatever is going to make you happy, whatever it is you want to do, I'm going to stand by it and stand by you. And you know, we just promised each other to just keep talking about it every step of the way. And I think I torture him, because like every day I'm like, you okay? Is this all right? Is everything fine? And he's like, so I'm like hyper aware. And at the same time, it's something we've gotten to do together, which has been positive.
Yeah. So I know that your brother, Mikey, also has like a singing career. Have the Jonas Brothers helped him at all with establishing that?
You know what? Mikey has been doing his own thing since I can remember. I mean, anything from like being in the middle school band when he was younger. I remember I think he was like maybe a freshman in high school. He built his own like little recording studio downstairs in the basement, so him and his band members could go and record. I don't know how he did it. He just acquired pieces from wherever he could find it. And, you know, through friends, he would book, like, shows at people's houses and then at, like, coffee shops. And, you know, he taught himself all of his instruments. And all of a sudden, there was my little brother, like, writing full songs, words and music and all. And that was way before, I mean, we even knew the Jonas Brothers. And then from that, he actually met someone at church while he was in college. And they actually hooked him up with an internship in Los Angeles, which was great, and he made a lot of great contacts. So I mean, he's really been the type of artist or the type of guy who's been doing that pound the pavement thing for a very long time. And Kevin's awesome, and he just wants to see the best for all of us.
Of course,
So,
yeah.
although we might not want to mix like business and family too much, Kevin definitely keeps his eye open for Mikey now, and he's gotten him a couple of shows which have been great. But at the end of the day, Michael's whole thing has been something that's been a long time in the making.
Yeah.
So
Have your career goals changed at all since meeting the Jonases or being on the show?
honestly, not really. Like today, I actually started my first day interning at a school. So, and I'm still planning on finishing up my last year of school. That's not to say that I don't explore any opportunities that may come my way, but I'm just taking this thing day by day. I mean, we really were happy with our lives, our family, and this was just like a fun thing to do. I mean, none of us really set out for fame, I guess you could say, so we're not kind of there yet.
Yeah.
It's not something that's like number one on our mind, which might be hard for some people to believe. But I'm definitely open to new opportunities, but right now I'm just kind of doing my life as I had planned, even though you can't plan life totally. But
well, congrats on the internship. I hope the first day is going well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So I think that wraps up our time with you, but anything else you want to share with fans?
I just we really appreciate all of their support and all of their kind words. It doesn't go unnoticed.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for calling in. I know all of our viewers and listeners really appreciate having you on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys thinking of me. It's been great.
If fans want to connect with you online, follow you on Twitter, how can they find you?
They can find me at Dina Deleasa. My actual real name was taken by someone else.
Oh, no.
Pretending to be me. So I can't actually be myself, but yeah, DinaBean, and then last name Deleasa. And you should be able to find me that way.
Awesome. Well, folks, make sure to head on to iTunes and subscribe to our AfterBuzz TV podcasts. We have a ton of great content, including an MTJ after show. And, of course, tune into Married to Jonas to see Dina on there every single Sunday on E! So for everyone here at AfterBuzz TV, I'm Cathy Kelley, and thanks for tuning in.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.